Goku and Vegeta are thrown into the endless void of the null realm. A massive blast sends both of them flying, tearing through reality itself. At the last second, Vegeta grabs Goku's hand, refusing to let him fall. But something feels wrong. Why is Goku wearing the robes of a god of destruction? And why is Vegeta dressed like a supreme Kai? Why are their roles completely reversed? And why is Vegeta the one trying to save him? What really happened between them? Watch till the end to uncover the truth.
Chi-Chi's body starts aging rapidly in front of Goku's eyes, her skin wrinkling, her hair turning white, her hands shaking as she reaches for him and whispers that she can feel her life being drained away. And Goku catches her as she collapses, screaming for help. But no one comes because this is not an attack he can fight. Gohan bursts through the door and freezes as he watches his mother crumble to dust in his father's arms. And the last thing she says before she disappears completely is not a goodbye, just 5 words that destroy Goku from the inside. This is your fault too. Goku sits there holding nothing, staring at the empty space where his wife just was. And Gohan does not cry, does not rage. He just looks at his father with an expression so cold it feels like a stranger wearing his son's face, and he turns and walks away without a single word. Whis arrives too late, his face pale, and he tells Goku that Chi-Chi was not killed. She was retconned, erased backward through time so that every moment she ever lived with him is being unmade. And soon no one will remember she existed except Goku, who will carry the memory of a wife the universe insists he never had. Vegeta finds Goku an hour later, still sitting in the same spot, staring at his empty hands, and for the first time in their entire history, Vegeta does not know what to say, because he can see it in Goku's eyes. Something fundamental is broken, the part of him that always got back up. Gohan's scream tears through 3 universes as his body begins phasing in and out of existence. And he is not being erased. He is experiencing every possible version of his death simultaneously, feeling his neck snap in one timeline, burning alive in another, drowning in a third, and all of it is happening at once inside his mind. Piccolo tries to reach him, but his hand passes through Gohan's flickering form, and the Namekian's voice cracks as he realizes there is nothing he can do. No technique, no fusion, no Dragon Balls that can stop this, because the attack is not happening in the present. It is happening across all of time at once. Goku watches his son suffer, and something inside him does not break. It inverts, twists into something the gods did not account for, and his energy stops flickering and goes completely still, silent. Vegeta feels it and takes 3 steps back because he has fought beside Goku for decades, and he has never felt him like this. Cold, focused, empty of mercy. Goku looks up at the light where the voice came from and speaks in a tone so quiet it should not carry, but every being in existence hears it anyway. You just made a mistake. The entity laughs, and it tells Goku that threats mean nothing from someone about to be unmade. But Goku is not threatening. He is simply stating fact, because in the moment his son started dying, the last piece of mortal hesitation holding him back burned away. Daishinkan's voice shakes as he kneels before Goku and speaks words that have never been said in all of creation. I am sorry, we were wrong. Please do not erase us. Every angel across 12 universes feels their father's submission through their connection, and the shockwave of terror that follows breaks some of them completely, because if the Grand Priest is begging, then the hierarchy they have served for eternity means nothing anymore. Goku does not respond, does not even look at Daishinkan. His eyes are locked on the empty space where the entity used to be, and Vegeta realizes with growing dread that Goku is not savoring victory. He is calculating, searching for the next threat before it can hurt his family again. Whis tries to approach, his hands raised in peace, but Goku's head snaps toward him with a speed that is not movement, it is correction. Reality adjusting to place Goku's attention where he wants it, and Whis freezes because the eyes staring back at him are not his students anymore. They belong to something that existed before students and teachers were concepts. Beerus lands beside Whis, his voice low, asking what they do now, and Whis has no answer because every contingency the angels designed was built on the assumption that they would always be stronger than mortals, and that assumption just died. Meanwhile, in the world of Void, Zeno sits alone on his throne, watching through a screen as Goku stands silent and unmoving on Earth. Daishinkan cries and rises slowly, his composure shattered, and he asks Goku the only question that matters now. What do you want from us? Goku's response is not loud, not angry, just 5 words that rewrite the foundation of existence. I want my wife back. Daishinkan's face goes pale because he knows, every angel knows, that Chi-Chi's erasure was not ordered by the entity. It was ordered by him, a calculated move to break Goku's spirit, and now he has to confess that to the one being in all of reality who can unmake him with a thought. Goku turns fully toward the Grand Priest, and the air between them bends, and his voice drops to a whisper that makes Daishinkan tremble. You took her to hurt me, so now you bring her back, or I will reach into the past and take you. Daishinkan raises his hand, and reality splits open like a wound, and Chi-Chi falls through, gasping. But when she looks at Goku, her eyes are filled with terror instead of relief, because she remembers everything, every moment she was erased and brought back, and she stumbles away from him, whispering that she cannot do this anymore. Goku reaches for her, but she flinches, and that single motion breaks something in him, because the one person who always believed in him is now afraid of what he has become. Gohan steps between them, his voice soft but firm, telling his father that Mom needs time. The Grand Priest senses Goku's intent, and his voice cracks as he tries to explain that erasing the divine hierarchy will collapse the multiverse, that mortals need gods to maintain balance. But Goku's response is instant and devoid of emotion. You had balance, and you used it to torture my family, so I will find a new balance without you. Whis steps forward, desperation in his eyes, begging Goku to reconsider, reminding him of all the good moments, all the training, all the times they laughed together. But Goku just stares at him and says the words that make Whis' heart shatter. You knew what they were doing to Chi-Chi, and you did not stop him, so you are not my teacher anymore. Beerus grabs Whis' shoulder, pulling him back, because he can see what Whis cannot. Goku is not bluffing, not posturing. He has already made his decision, and nothing they say will change it. Then Goku's body begins to glow, not with energy, but with absence. A light that erases color from the world around him, and his voice echoes from everywhere at once. I am giving you 10 seconds to leave my planet, leave my universe, and never come back, or I will erase every god, every angel, every throne, and rebuild existence from nothing. Zeno's voice crackles through every angel's mind simultaneously. Panicked, broken, retreat, all of you. He is not lying. The space starts to shake violently. Anyone coming in the light getting erased instantly. Vegeta's body locks up as a message burns itself into his brain. Not from the Grand Priest, not from Zeno, but from his own son. And Trunks' voice is distorted, begging his father to stop Goku before it is too late. Because in the future timeline, Goku does not just erase the gods, he erases the concept of divine protection, and every universe collapses into chaos, where the strong devour the weak without mercy. Vegeta tries to respond, but the message is one way, a warning sent backward through time at the cost of Trunks' remaining energy. Dad, in my time, you chose Goku over the multiverse, and I watched you die hating yourself for it. Please do not make the same mistake. The transmission ends, and Vegeta is left standing alone with a choice that has no right answer. Stay loyal to the only person who ever saw him as an equal, or save trillions of lives by stopping him. Bulma finds Vegeta on the cliffside an hour later, his fists bleeding from punching stone, and she does not ask what is wrong because she already knows. She has seen that look before, the look of a man being forced to choose between two kinds of betrayal. She sits beside him in silence and finally speaks the truth he needs to hear. If you fight him, he will defeat you, and if you do not fight him, you won't face yourself. So the question is not what is right, the question is what you can live with. Vegeta's voice cracks as he admits he does not know anymore. Goku's fist stops 1 inch from Vegeta's face, and his hand is shaking, not from effort, but from the war happening inside him, because part of him wants to erase Vegeta for challenging him, and part of him is screaming to stop, to remember who he used to be, and the fact that both parts feel equally valid terrifies him more than any enemy ever has. Vegeta does not move, but stares into Goku's eyes and speaks with a clarity that cuts through every defense. Hit me, erase me, do whatever you need to do, but look at me when you do it, and tell me this is who you want to be. Goku's breath catches and his fist drops, and the sound that comes out of him is not a word. He stumbles backward as the weight of what he almost became crashes into him all at once. Vegeta catches him before he falls, and for the first time in their lives, Goku does not pull away. He just collapses against Vegeta's shoulder, and the Prince of Saiyans holds him there, silent, because there are no words for this. Whis watches from a distance, tears streaming down his face, and he whispers a thank you to Vegeta that the Saiyan will never hear. But the moment shatters when Chi-Chi's voice screams from inside the house, and both Saiyans spin around to see her body glowing with the same energy Goku had, her eyes wide with panic as she realizes something is happening to her that she cannot control. Gohan rushes to her side, but the energy repels him, throwing him backward, and Chi-Chi looks at her hands. Goku runs to Chi-Chi, but stops when she screams at him to stay back, her voice breaking as she realizes the truth. You didn't just restore me, you rewrote me with your energy, and now I'm becoming like you. Piccolo arrives and confirms what everyone fears. Chi-Chi's mortal body is trying to contain energy meant for a being beyond gods, and it is tearing her apart from the inside, and she has maybe hours before she either ascends into something inhuman or her body collapses completely. Goku falls to his knees. I just wanted her back. I didn't know this would happen. Daishinkan's voice echoes from the sky, cold and factual. You bypassed natural law, forced life where death had claimed her, and now reality is correcting your mistake the only way it can. Chi-Chi looks at Goku one last time, and her words destroy him. You should have let me stay gone. Piccolo grabs Goku by the collar and slams him against the ground, his voice shaking with a rage that has been building for years as he screams that Goku's selfishness has finally gone too far, that he keeps breaking the rules of existence because he never thinks about the consequences. And now Chi-Chi is paying the price for his refusal to accept loss like everyone else has to. Goku does not fight back, does not defend himself, because every word Piccolo says feels true, and he looks at his wife's body glowing brighter, her screams getting louder, and he realizes he has become the villain in her story. Beerus collapses the moment Chi-Chi stabilizes, his body hitting the ground like a meteor, and Whis rushes to his side screaming his name because a god of destruction is not supposed to be able to fall, but Beerus' energy is completely gone, drained to nothing, and his eyes are barely open. Whis checks his vitality, and his hands start shaking. Beerus did not just give energy, he gave centuries of his lifespan, burning through his divine essence to save a mortal woman he barely knows, and now his body is shutting down. Goku drops beside them, his voice breaking as he begs Beerus to stay awake, asking why he would do this, and Beerus' response is barely a whisper. Because you are my friend, and I am tired of watching friends destroy themselves. Whis cannot stop the tears now, his composure completely shattered. He has never seen him make a choice like this. Sacrifice without hesitation. Chi-Chi sits up slowly, her body no longer glowing, no longer tearing apart, and she sees Beerus dying on the ground, and the realization of what he did for her breaks something inside her, her voice shaking, asking why. Goku cares about you, so I guess that makes you worth saving? Vegeta stands frozen because he understands what just happened. Beerus did not save Chi-Chi. He saved Goku from becoming the monster that would have destroyed everything to bring her back again, and the cost was his own existence. The Grand Priest appears above them, his face, and his voice cuts through the grief like a blade. The Grand Priest reveals that a god of destruction cannot die. The universe will collapse without him unless someone takes his place immediately. Every eye turns to Goku, and Daishinkan continues. Cole, you wanted to erase us, to rebuild existence? Well, here is your chance. Take Beerus' position, become the god of destruction for Universe 7, or let this entire universe and everyone in it cease to exist in the next 60 seconds. Goku looks at Beerus, at Whis, at his family. If I become a god, I can never see you again, can I? Whis shakes his head, tears fall. falling. Gods of destruction are forbidden from maintaining mortal attachments. You would have to leave Earth forever. The countdown begins, reality already starting to fracture, and Goku stands. Goku's body starts to change, divine markings crawling up his skin like chains, and he screams as the God of Destruction mantle begins forcing itself onto him. And the worst part is he can feel his memories of Chi-Chi, of Gohan, of Goten starting to blur at the edges like photographs left in the sun. Chi-Chi lunges forward, grabbing his hand, her voice desperate as she begs him not to do this, to let the universe collapse if it means staying himself. But Goku just looks at her with eyes already turning violet and whispers that he cannot let everyone die, not when he can stop it. Vegeta steps forward, his voice cutting through the chaos with 3 words: change everything. I will do it. Everyone freezes, and Vegeta repeats himself, his energy spiking as he stares down the Grand Priest. Make me the God of Destruction. Take Kakarot out of the equation. Daishinkan's expression shifts to something almost like surprise, and he tells Vegeta that once the transformation begins, there is no reversal. He will outlive everyone he knows. Watch Bulma age and die, watch Trunks fade into history, and he will not be allowed to grieve because gods do not grieve. Vegeta's fists clench, but his voice does not waver. I know what I am trading. Now do it before I change my mind. Bulma runs to him, grabbing his arm, tears streaming as she begs him to stop, to think about their family. And Vegeta cups her face with a gentleness that breaks her heart as he tells her that this is the only way he knows how to protect them. Goku tries to argue, but Vegeta cuts him off. You have saved the universe a dozen times. Let me save it once. The divine energy shifts, slowing away from Goku and toward Vegeta, and the Saiyan Prince screams as his body begins to transform, his hair turning silver white, his eyes glowing with destructive power, and he looks at Bulma one last time. Then Beerus' hand shoots up, grabbing Vegeta's ankle, his voice weak. Stop, both of you. There is a third option, but it will cost more than either of you understand. His body flickering, and Whis leans in close as Beerus whispers something that makes the angel's face go pale. Whis looks at Goku, then Vegeta, his voice shaking. He wants to split the mantle between you, 2 gods of destruction for 1 universe. It has never been done. It breaks every law, and if it fails, all 3 of you die instantly. The Grand Priest's voice thunders across the planet as he materializes in full divine form, and he tells them that splitting the God of Destruction mantle is not just forbidden, it is cosmically impossible, because the role was designed for 1 consciousness, 1 will, and forcing it into 2 bodies will create a paradox that could shatter Universe 7 from the inside out. Beerus coughs blood, his body fading faster now, and he looks at Daishinkan with eyes that have lost all fear of authority. I do not care what your laws say. I am still a god until I am not, and I am making this decision, so either help or get out of the way. Whis places his staff on the ground. If you are doing this, then I am anchoring the ritual. I will bind their souls together so the mantle does not tear them apart, even if it costs me my position. The Grand Priest stares at his son, and for a brief moment, something almost human crosses his face. For next part, share your review of this video and comment. Also, subscribe and hype this video.